Hello, you're welcome once again to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be discussing the tribal differences or tribal discriminations around marriages in Africa. If this is your first time of being here, you're welcome. Please do well to like this video, share with your friends, and yeah, that's it. My name is Kewe and I am the Queen of Analysis. I love to analyze situations and things, and as long as there's an issue around something, I'm definitely going to be talking about it. Yeah, so that's all about me. So let's get right into it very quickly. Yeah, so before I go any further, this is my thoughts, this is my opinion. I would like to hear what you think and what are your thoughts on this topic. Now, we know that in Nigeria, there are certain tribes that are associated with certain things. So, and I'll give you a few examples. So, for example, there are some tribes in Nigeria that people don't want to marry from that tribe because they believe that the wives spy their husbands, or they unalive their husbands in this tribe, so don't marry from there. There are tribes where they say, oh, in this tribe, the men, they are always very lazy, so we don't want to marry people from there. Oh, the women in this tribe, they are very promiscuous, they don't know how to stay with one man, so we're not going to marry from this tribe. Oh, we're going to marry from this tribe because the men in this tribe know how to look after women. So these are certain things that are surrounded, by a certain tribe. Oh, we can't marry from this tribe. This tribe, they're always very dirty. Now that I've mentioned all these things, I am sure that in your mind, you have already, as I have said them, you've already begun to pick and say, oh, this is where this tribe fits in, and this is where that tribe fits in. But the thing, what I want to bring from this topic is, are we saying that because somebody is from a particular tribe, it means that they are not good enough to be with maybe your son or your daughter or your brother or your sister? And I know that in my video I said Africa. I said Africa because I feel like there are some other tribes in Africa that, also do this, but I'm from Nigeria, so I'm going to be focused on Nigeria. But if it happens in Africa or in your tribe from another African country, that's fine. Please let us know how it's done, if this happens at your end as well. So back to the topic. So you see women, when our women want to get married, when our sons want to get married, you hear the parents say things like, I don't want my child to marry from this tribe. I don't want my child to marry from this tribe, based on all those things I mentioned initially. And we have lots of them. You can even, mention some that I haven't mentioned. So, but the question is it about the tribe of the person or about the person? Now, there are some people who have a mindset about a particular tribe because of the experience they've had. So, we hear girls say things like Yoruba demon. Some of them don't want to be with Yoruba people that bear a certain name because they feel like, oh, this kind of people, anybody that bears this name or is like this is a player. They can never be serious. They can never be ready to settle down. And then we've also heard, men also say, oh, I cannot even settle down with this person from this tribe because of this and because of that. But in the end, because you had a bad experience with one person from a particular tribe, does it really mean that anybody from that tribe is like that? Does it really mean that anybody who comes from that same, who comes from that tribe or who is from that tribe or from that place is the same? For me, I feel like we should look at the individual, the person in question, their qualities, their characteristics, who they are, what are their visions, what do they do, rather than this is where they come from. I don't know if that makes sense. Because if you say, for example, I'm from Delta State, I'm an Urhobo girl, and if somebody says, oh, I don't want to marry an Urhobo girl because this is about them, I'm not a bad person. I'm not trying to praise myself or, I'm not trying to vouch for myself, but I don't think I'm a bad person. So if you'd say, it will be your loss if you say you don't choose me because I am from a certain place. But that's what we see happen a lot. And we've also seen guys lose good women because of this tribe thing, and we've seen good women lose good men because of this tribe thing. So should we be looking at where are you from rather than who are you as a person? Because while you are from somewhere doesn't mean you are from, I don't know if you get, you are not like the people from that place, but you are just from there as a tribe. So this thing is something that happened a lot in Nigeria, a lot in Africa. Most times we always want to marry from our own place. Oh, so I'm from Delta, I must marry a Delta person. I'm a Yoruba, I must marry you. I'm from I'm from the Yoruba, side, so I must marry a Yoruba person. While those things have their advantages in the sense that because we're from the same place, we understand our traditions, so we know already what is obtainable because we're from the same place. However, if we are preaching one Nigeria and we're saying we are one Nigeria, you shouldn't be saying, I don't want my child to marry from so place. I don't want my daughter to marry from so place. I don't want my son just because they are from a particular region, if that makes sense. So I want to find out what your thoughts are on this topic, because I think it's something that's been happening, it's still happening. Like I said, people lose people just based off the fact that they are from a certain tribe. And like I said, because somebody is from a certain tribe doesn't mean everyone in that tribe is like that. For example, look at Fulani people. Of all the crimes that have been happening in the north, it has been said that it's allegedly Fulani. But we've had Fulani people come out to say, we're not the ones who do these things. We're not them. We are Fulani as well. But now everyone has generalized it's Fulani people. And then it's rubbing off on the people who are not even involved in these things. Do you understand? So I feel like we need to address people as who they are. Address me as me, Rukewe. Don't address me as Rukewe from Delta State. I don't know if that makes sense, because that's my name. So know me for me rather than know me from my state. So what I think, like I said, is my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Is people should rather look at the person, look at their qualities. We know that when you want to get married, there are certain things you look out for. You can even send people like your clansmen and those kinds of things to the woman's village or to the man's village to find out about their history, what happens in their family. Those things are good. You just want to know that the background is good enough, but not just writing them off based off the fact that they are from a particular tribe. So that's my opinion. If we're preaching one Nigeria, let's be one Nigeria. Because if we're one Nigeria, we won't be having, oh, you're from here. And if you look at the presidency, it's the same thing. When Peter Obi wanted to come into power, it was a case of we cannot let an Igbo man be the president of Nigeria. So it boils down to tribe again. Because it shouldn't be that he's an Igbo man. We should address Peter Obi as Peter Obi rather than Peter Obi who is from the East. If that makes sense. So those are my views, but I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about tribalism in marriages in Nigeria? And if you've had any experience with this, I'm happy to have an interview with you. If you do not mind, send me an email. Yes, and my email will be in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Tell me your experiences. How did you feel about it? What came out of it? Do you think it was a good thing? Do you think it was a bad thing? Yeah, I'm happy to hear your views and your opinions. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, my name is Kewe and I'm the Queen of Analysis. I will see you in my next video. Remember to like this video and share with your friends. Bye. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and share. Ciao, ciao.